Hey guys, if your person is a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or rising sign, or even if you've just been attracted to this reading, this is going to be a message for you. I am in a different location with the rising tensions between the US and Venezuela. And I've said it in every reading. I've decided I want to be with my family. So I'm here at my mom's place indefinitely. Okay, so sometimes you'll see me back at my apartment if I have any medical appointments or if I have conferences. You'll see me there, but here's where I'm going to be for the while. All right, your person's energy generally. We have the visions, which is on brand for Cancer because Cancer is one of the natural mystics. Okay, the other natural mystics are the water signs, Scorpio and Pisces, certainly. And then the other natural mystic is Virgo, because Virgo is the maiden Persephone who has access to both the underworld and the world above, as well as the middle world. So, natural mystic coming through. And it feels like they're receiving a lot of downloads at this time, and maybe visions of the future. And it's a future where there is community, where there is unity, where there's hope, and where there's peace. That's what it looks like. The energy generally. Ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. I think your person has been really looking at what is happening in the world. And it's really, well, blowing their mind as to how ungrateful we, as a species, have been to the earth that has supported us. Okay. The earth has always been there for us, and instead of us nurturing and taking care of the planet that we're living in, all we've done is just extract as a collective. Not everybody, but I'm talking collectively. Extract her resources, plunder and pillage, with very few giving back or doing their path to make this process a sustainable one. In fact, most of our practices are unsustainable. So they're seeing that in the wider world, but what they're also seeing within themselves is the ways that they have been ungrateful to the people, and yeah, maybe to the places, to the people that have nurtured, sustained, and been there for them from the onset. And I feel one of those persons is you with the crown, this Empress energy. Okay, so this is them just taking accountability for how, for some of you guys, exploitative they've been, for how they may have used people, used, abused, and discarded people in the past, and not been able to give back, right? And nothing and no relationship can be sustained when one person is doing the giving and the other is just extracting. It's unsustainable on a planetary level, on an intimate level, on a global level. It's just unsustainable. All right, the energy towards you is listening. So I feel like they might be replaying some conversations that you guys may have had. And at that time, maybe they weren't giving you really the time of day. Maybe they just pretended, they gave you lip service, just pretending, but now they're really understanding what you're saying. And the other thing that might be happening here as well, because we saw all that energy coming into their consciousness, they could be doing a lot of listening to spirit and listening in particular to ancestors, because we do have the elephant here, and elephants always remind me of ancestral support. Okay, so that could be happening as well. Elephants are the spirit of memory. So that's what I was talking about. I think they're replaying some of your conversations, but now they're only now understanding what you were trying to tell them. All right, the energy in reverse, we have the energy in reverse. The energy towards you, the strength card in reverse. So feeling very vulnerable, feeling kind of exposed, okay? Because they show me somebody, trying to cover themselves. And the reason why they're feeling vulnerable and exposed, again, it's because of what they realize. I think this person just had no awareness of how they were affecting you, right? Just had none. I think that they just got so accustomed to, so accustomed and so entitled. That's the word. So entitled to your energy, to your nurturing. They expected it, right? Well, nothing special, and they didn't treat it as anything special. But it feels like now that they have either lost it or they're not getting it like they used to, now they're seeing just how precious it was, and how they really just screwed up by not treating it like the sacred thing that it is. Okay? All right, let's see this ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. Judgment in reverse. The judgment was off. Okay? They just weren't their most ascended and authentic self, and they certainly behaved like it. Right? Queen of Wands, especially to the feminine energies that were in their life. All the people that were nurturing them were there for them. Just took them for granted. And including you, right? They were just there, trying to numb themselves out with your energy. They may have even, put you into some sort of third-party situation. We have the Three of Cups, and now we have the Three of Swords, right? So now they see exactly how much they hurt you. So they're feeling just embarrassed, feeling like a fool, because we do have the Fool in reverse. Feeling like a fool, feeling exposed because you have seen them behave at their worst. Okay? Maybe this person has always been good at putting on a good show, but now they know that you have seen them in all their glory, and they can't put back on the facade to fool you. All right, let's see what I want to talk to you about right now. Decisions. Okay. They want to make decisions about, it's the card number 3, a third party, some family members, a home, right? Maybe there's an apartment, like me. Maybe there's an apartment or building that they have to think about whether they're going to sell or they're going to, break the lease or whatever it is. But decisions all over the board. They're trying to figure out what's the next best move for them. We have here, we get visions again. Okay. So it feels like they're getting some sort of psychic prompt that they need to change their life, to shift. Let's see what this is all about. What do they want to tell you with this visions card? We have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands can talk about a spiritual message, a creative message, a spark of consciousness, divine spark. We have the Two of Wands in reverse, which goes to the Ace of Wands, and that talks about, a new beginning, a creative beginning, new vitality, a new idea. We have the Two of Swords. What do I want to tell you? And then we have the Ten of Cups. All right. Well, they have a choice to make. Okay. And for them, this choice could include, as I said before, their family and even extended family members. Okay. And that's why it's such a difficult choice, because people aren't going to be happy. The people that are in their life right now aren't going to be happy with the decisions that they are about to make. It looks like it's some unpopular, unpopular decisions, because your person, guided by their intuition, right? Because they've had a vision of the future. Guided by their intuition, they want to manifest some kind of fresh start for themselves. And for some of them, it might mean moving away. It might mean breaking ties with the people that are currently around them. And that will necessitate some conflict and some drama, which your person does not have the bandwidth for at this time. Because remember, we saw them here, Strength card in reverse. They're feeling vulnerable. They're already feeling overwhelmed. So the last thing they need is more drama in their life and to rock the fucking boat, right? So they don't want to do that. So that's what's, making them hesitate a bit. But they have gotten some vision of the future, and that vision entails them moving on or moving forward with their life and leaving some people behind. Spirit's telling this person it's time. It's time. Wake up and take action. It's time. Right? But they're very concerned about how everybody else is going to take this thing. Okay? All right. Now, let's ask the higher self. Higher self, what do you have to tell us about this situation, or what your person, or what the person just spoke about? What do you have to tell us about Cancer's situation right now? What do you have to tell us about Cancer's situation? All right, we have the undoer. And your person is looking to break down everything that they've built. They're looking to create a tower moment in their own life. They are looking to create it. This is not spirit creating a tower moment to shift your person. They are looking to blow up their life right now, mash up everything that they have created in order to move forward. And that is no easy task, especially when, you've established something that you thought was solid, something brick and mortar. It's very difficult, but, they got to follow their heart. They got to live the purpose that has been implanted in their energy field. So if it means, saying goodbye to these people, all these people here, just to walk through this door, to answer their calling, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. So this is them answering the call of spirit, no matter what it takes, no matter what are the repercussions, right? They feel like they have to answer the call of their soul. Let's get some expansion on this. We have 12 cups. Yep. True love is calling them. So this calling that they have is not just towards their spiritual purpose, although it seems like their spiritual purpose and your relationship, your connection are somehow intertwined, right? Your futures are intertwined. We have a King of Wands in reverse. We have a Ten of Pentacles. Right? So their higher self is letting you know that they have been given a message by Spirit that they got to leave it all behind. Right? And not just some of the people in their life, but old habits too. Right? When the King of Wands is in reverse, one, he have anger issues. You have to go to anger management, right? He's going from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. Okay, so that jump into conclusions and being defensive and creating chaos wherever you go, Spirit saying you got to leave that behind. The King of Wands in reverse is also a philanderer, going here, there, and everywhere, spreading his love around. That's why he's unproductive. Spirit saying you got to leave that behind. King of Wands in reverse is, it can't depend on him for shit because he's not stable within himself. Spirit saying you have to leave that all behind. The King of Wands in reverse, he abuses his power and authority and always looking to dominate and force others. Spirit saying you got to leave that all behind, right? So it's not just the people, but also the habits that have been long entrenched in your person. Spirit is telling them, in order to walk through this door to abundance here, in order to walk in your person, in your person, in your purpose, you have to leave it all behind. Right here, Six of Swords. If there's one card that means leave it all behind, it's Six of Swords. If you want this abundance here, Ten of Pentacles, you gotta leave it all behind. Now, based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be a person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We got the Four of Wands. And I can talk about stability, can talk about marriage, can talk about family. We have the Star card, healing and hope, destiny. Sometimes the Star card could be a card of karma too. We have the Knight of Wands reversed, the end of the F-boy. And we have the Queen of Cups following their heart, right? Okay, so what they're going to be doing, they're going to be following their heart. And their heart and spirit is telling them they got to leave it all behind. Even those structures that seemed very stable, spirit's telling them they're going to leave it all behind. They're going to be following their heart, following their intuition, following this path. So if your person is like fully enmeshed in their family, and their family can be kind of interfering and narcissistic and toxic, they are going to be, I wouldn't say cutting ties, but I think they're going to be loving some of them from afar. Okay? All right. Now let's get some advice from Spirit for you. What is the advice for you in this situation? What's the advice for you in this situation? We have restriction, joy guides. Okay, so maybe for some of you guys, you're like, you know what, this thing is never going to happen with your person, right? But Spirit saying that's you being limited by your own fears and as far as you can see things. We have loss, healer guides. So for some of you watching, you may have been through some traumatic experiences. And because you've been through some traumatic experiences, you're always waiting for the worst to happen. And, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Spirit saying that's something you need to heal within yourself, okay? All right, but let me read the message though. You may be entering or experiencing a period of loss, regret, disappointment, pain, and perhaps even grief. These feelings may have arisen from present painful circumstances, or they may be the result of a surfacing of unexpressed or unprocessed loss from the past. Whether caused by something in the past or present, your heart is ready to unburden your pain, and your soul is ready to grow from these experiences. Your healer guides are present to assist you in your healing through these difficult times. These soothing helpers assure you that your present pain will be transformed into learning, and this too shall pass. Your joy shall return. And your healing guides, ask your healing guides to help lift your heart and turn your loss and grief over to their loving care. Trust their counsel as they urge you to call a grief counselor Seek a healing massage or pick up a book that will assist you in your current situation. Their message for you today is seek source of help. So Spirit is saying whether this is clear and present grief or whether this is some long-standing loss or trauma, Spirit is saying it's gotten to a point where you may need help, right? And you can ask for spiritual help, you can ask for 3D help, you can ask for professional help, or you can seek help through books. A lot of my healing I've done through reading self-help books because I was a vociferous reader, but my PhD killed that. I'm trying to recapture that joy for reading. I don't have it back yet, right? So I did most of my healing through reading. You know, reading books, self-help books, reading research, peer-reviewed articles, um, interventions for healing. That's that kind of thing. So if you're able to do that, that's fine, right? But Spirit is saying, whatever this loss is, whatever this trauma is, it's gotten to a point where it might be sabotaging what's next for you. Okay? My love, so that was your reading. I hope that was helpful.